Welcome back to Magic: The Gathering Pioneer. Today we are playing some more of this cool Bant control list. So very unique deck that's using Fog and Ancient Cornucopia to slow down the game so that we can ramp into some big spells like Discontinuity, Farewell, and some Planeswalkers we use to take control of the game and close it out. So check my first video if you want some more information on deck tech, and we are just gonna spin it for some games. Let's go. All right, we are back to band control on the play. This hand looks great. And we say hello. Opponent is on Yorion, so perhaps also a control list. So gonna see about that. So I think we start with the, breeding pool perhaps. Could have also gone for the fountain to have the option to use Boseiju untapped, but um, it's all right. We'll want to keep it up. It might be some sort of artifact or enchantment deck where this might be useful. So this could be a Fable of the Mirror Breaker now. Yeah, okay. So it's like that. Okay, so let's counter that for sure. Oh, we cannot counter it. All right, fine. Due to the Cavern of Souls. Yeah. So let's go for a ramp spell here. So Farewell is gonna be great if we find that. We should try to stop their Up the Beanstalk. That's a top priority, so they cannot incarnation. Okay. So question is, do we Boseiju that or do we counter that? So let's maybe counter that because they might have some more crazy ramp going on soon. So they are going to get out of counter range very quickly. So let's use that while we can. And now I think we go for Boseiju. Would love to keep this in hand, but rather make Malanthrope here. And now we just try to find a Farewell. Okay, they get Yorin in hand, which is good, so they don't seem to have anything too spectacular. Perhaps they have a lot of interaction in hand, which is basically useless against us. Okay, so all right, take that, and yeah, perhaps even the Get Lost would also love the Growth Spiral, but we have enough card draw on hand, so let's get that, and yep. Okay, Discontinuity is also not too bad, so let's go for that first. Now, if they go for Yorion, do we even kill the Overlord in response before they can flash it back? I don't think we do. So they kind of don't mind about them ramping here. Or do we actually? Yeah. No, I think this is fine. If they flash that back, we can just um, kind of wipe the board and it's fine. Would rather hit some key pieces like up the beanstalk or whatever. So this is all good. Okay, so now we go for Deluge. And then we have Discontinuity up. Okay, Kiora is not too bad. I would like a Fog now at some point. Okay. All right. So now I wonder if we... Nah, let's go for the Verdict. They don't seem to have anything in hand, so as long as we get that board clean, it should be fine. And then we can start pumping Kiora, although they should have a lot of interaction here. So I don't expect this to live. So I'm even inclined to just -1 this to hopefully 2-for-1 them. Let's see about it. Okay, there's the Overlord. Yep, that's fine. So I don't mind about that. So this is not very scary here. Okay, they have 3 more cards. So perhaps a Lightning Helix, perhaps a what's it called? Forgot the card's name. Disenchantment, which they can play for reduced cost to exile something from the board. Okay, Leviathan. Yeah, that's okay. So I wonder, do we destroy that when it attacks? They draw a card. Yeah, I think we should probably. I can wait with the Emperor. Yep. Happily pay for the ward cost here. We also still have this discontinuity, so this is all great and all fine. And I think once we hit a farewell, we should be fine here. I mean, we already are looking pretty good, so not too worried. Okay, what you got there? Nothing? All right. So then we use the consult now, kicked, I guess. Not yet able to play this Emperor, but that's okay. All right, there is the farewell, which we get for sure. Could also get another discontinuity, but I would want to make some land drops here. So let's get the Hallowed Fountain. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think this is all pretty good. So I think we can even just shock this in and play Kiora, minus hope to find a land. They're gonna remove it for sure. If they use the enchantment, we can even destroy it with Get Lost, get her back on 2 loyalty. So, there's the land. That's great. That is amazing. Okay, so I'm feeling super good here. This game should be over, I guess. I don't see how they come back here from this game state. Okay, they don't even have interaction, it seems. So, yeah, I think we wait with the Emperor. Let's just Growth Spiral. There's a land. That's amazing. And we can even just fork the Overlord, so that's kind of funny with the Kiora. So let's do just that. Okay, and then I guess we Emperor it when they try to attack. I don't worry about them ramping here. I think there's not much that they can do. That's too scary. We have the farewell still. Yeah, there's a Dead Binding. That's the card I meant. So this is fine. When we farewell, we will get back Kiora. So all good. Okay. Another binding. Do they keep it on top? They do. Okay. So let's go for the Emperor now. And yeah. Oh no, that was a misclick. Shoot. Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. Let's give them the oops. That was not intended, but we can block it, doesn't matter. It's not gonna do damage anyway. Yeah, well. Okay, Trawler. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. It's just getting hexproof, so we can Deluge, find a land drop here, and then Farewell next turn, and that should be pretty much game. Get a Teferi even. So, yeah. Okay. Alright. So, let's start with the Farewell, I guess. So, all artifacts and creatures and enchantments. Yep. And we could still play Teferi here. Yeah, that's all right. So let's create the samurai token, and then we can just draw here. See what we find. Oh yeah, it's even land. That's great. So now I think we go for Teferi. We can keep Get Lost up. No, to run. Okay. Yeah, they must have a lot of dead cards here against us. So, all right, just draw, and then untap 2 lands. So these 2 triomes, I guess. Okay. Yep. Trucks. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Didn't calculate with that. Okay, so now they have a full hand again. We can perhaps normalize something even, which is kind of funny. So this kind of brought them into the range again. So this might bring them back into the game. So although we do still have like a pretty amazing cards in hand, so let's see about that. Okay. I think we are still fine, I imagine. All right. So let's go ahead and draw, and then we can fork this one and plus the Emperor. Yeah, let's shock in the Fountain. Now I'm too lazy to count my cards. Could also play the Cornucopia, although they do have interaction for it, so let's just pass the turn here. If they try to go for Vivian Reed, we could Discontinuity. Yes, so let's see what they do. Okay. Yeah, let's go for it. Just counter this. Alright. There's Teferi, that's good. Yeah, so we're just gonna focus again and create a samurai token and late Teferi, I guess. Get life, draw a card, untap some lands, and then we look towards playing a Deluge here. There's no land, that's good. Okay. Now they should be mindful of Kiora, because she's gonna out pretty quickly here. Okay, no turn, that's fine. That is totally fine. Okay, so that's untapped. Doesn't matter, these two. Alright. Would love to find another farewell here. Pool of the Banemorg, okay. Oh, Yorin, that is not too bad, I imagine. Vesper Mimic. Do we get lost the trucks on response? Yeah, I think we do. I think we do that. Get some life. Okay. And perhaps we can overlay something here if we play both. Let's see what they go for. They are under some pressure to make a play here, so we should be able to get something. Don't know if they continue playing around the normalize. They may play around one, but I guess they're not expecting two of them. And then we can... Okay, what does this do? Okay, no, we can't let them have that. I think it's even great if we can just use one normalize to counter that. It's kind of nice. All right. Okay, so let's start by drawing a card here. All right, and then plus this. Yeah, use, I don't know, doesn't matter. And then we can plus this one as well. Oh, we could have, yeah, okay. Just thinking we could have activated the Anchorage to give it a counter with the Teferi, but that's all right. They are under some pressure here to get something on the board, so this is impending, I guess. Yep. But I think one more, what's it called? Farewell, and this should be game, so I don't see them getting out of this here. There's Yorion. Do we deluge in with response. If we find another normalize, we can counter that. Although I'm not even sure if we have one more in the deck. So let's see what we find here. Oh, we do. Okay, that's great. And then get the consult again, I guess. Yeah. So let's counter this one. They're gonna need to pay, and then we play the second one. And this should make them resign, I think. Gonna untap with some planeswalkers here that they cannot take care of, and yeah, they resign. All right. So don't think we need to change much here. This is a pretty good matchup. So let me check what we have here. Not a farewell for sure. And apart from that, the Negate could be interesting. Although they do play a lot of creatures, so actually no, I don't like the Negate there. And apart from that, the March could be interesting. But yeah, I don't think we really need to change anything here. Could think about more Days of Judgment, but go down one Discontinuity. I mean, we could get rid of Kiora. It was not too spectacular here. Because they do have some interaction for it. It kind of depends on what they're boarding out now. But then again, they only have limited options, I think, to hit Planeswalkers, so maybe just keep her in, get down one Discontinuity. Okay. Yeah. I mean, these counters, even now on the draw, they're not going to be too good, I imagine, so... Well, now let's keep them in, because if they impend on turn 3, we will be able to counter that, so let's keep them for now. And yeah, it'll run like that. Just see how it goes. Okay. So this is a mulligan. That is better. Now, how do we... Let's get back the basic, and then we have a pretty clean curve, it seems to me. Yeah. Start with the Tapland, Sanctum, then we have Normalize up. So this is all good. Hello. Okay. Now this is an... Okay, they don't have a bean, so I was about to say this is a window for them to cast a up the beanstalk, but they don't have it. So now we can counter their Overlord. Oh no, we cannot. Shoot, I forgot about that. So let's Growth Spiral and ramp here. I should have considered the cavern. So I think it could be reasonable to board out the counter spell here. Now, yeah, I think we go for Kiora and just minus. There's even the land wall. That's great. Great find here. Good. Although we are kind of stuck on... I want some card advantage here, so this doesn't look too great. Yeah, they draw cards. They are already popping off here. And it's going to be difficult to stop them. So if we play the Cornucopia, we only have one Normalize up. Okay, DC, that's a good one. I think they should go for the Sweeper, but yeah, I think it's correct. And now they know about Normalize, so of course this is gonna make it a lot worse. Okay, so just start by plussing this, and then yeah, whatever, this one, and then draw. untap. Teferi was a good top deck here. We can play that even, and then untap 2 lands, so this one and this one. Okay. Now I assume they are gonna move the ferry. Yep, they do. That is good. Yeah, can't really do anything against that. We currently don't have the option of removing the leyline binding. Okay. Yeah, we just draw. Pretty desperate now to find something better. Discontinuity, that is a good find. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have it up. We can just play this tapped. Now they might play some counter spells. Post board, I'm not too sure about the sideboard they are running. Phyrexian Truxa, okay. We can't counter that, but we can discontinuity that. So this is huge. This is really huge that we found the discontinuity here. Deluge is great. So go for that. And then do we just run it out? Try to Window up? Or do we start with the Cornucopia? Let's start with that. And then next turn go for the Deluge, depending on what they do. But I assume they go for Yorion. We will be able to counter it with both Normalize, Tranquil Throwback. Okay. That is annoying. So they can destroy the Cornucopia. But yeah. Okay. Can just have a response. So go for that. And yeah, wait until they exile. And then we can go for the Deluge. Okay. So that is not too great. Well, I would have loved to see a farewell there, but we don't find it. Could go for the fog. It's going to be good. And then get lost wouldn't be too bad as well. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay. All right. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 7 mana. Well, I was about worried that I miscalculated my mana for Deluge and Fog, or like for Deluge. If we draw one more land, we can Deluge plus Fog, which would be nice. So they are both coming down now. It's a bit scary. Gonna draw them a lot of cards. They can then gain an immense amount of value with Yorion. So this might get out of hand soon. Okay. Disconnect here, but we're back now. So let's go for our turn. Okay, the farewell. My goodness, we are so lucky, so goddamn lucky with the top decks. It's incredible. So yeah, we start. Yeah, just go ahead and do that, and then exile our artifacts and creatures and enchantments. And I think even the graveyards, because they do have some. Oh no, let's just do that. And oh god, that's horrible for them. My goodness. Okay, so let's draw. Can even also minus Kiora. Yeah. I think we keep the Boseiju in hand for now. Man, they must be so frustrated. It's really horrible. So I feel kind of bad about it, but I mean, what can you do? Sometimes you just get lucky. Yeah, my goodness. Well, so that was, I don't know, just always the perfect top deck all the time. So really, really fortunate here with the Teferi buying us some time and then just the farewell. Although you must also say that we did have a pretty good way to churn through our deck with the growth spiral, with the minusing of Kiora, with Teferi. So we did draw some cards here. We did play the Deluge, so it was only a matter of time to find farewell. And against this deck, I think Farewell is just so backbreaking. They have such a hard time coming back. Oh, and also the discontinuity, of course, it was also key to really counter their Atraxa without running into the cavern. So cool matchup. Good game. Well played to the opponent. GG. We are on the draw. And yeah, I like that hand. It's okay. Have to normalize, consult to find something. They mulligan twice. Pretty aggressive, so let's see. Okay, it's mono red. That is scary. So we currently cannot deal with that. So let's play the headquarters first and then have a lot of short lands here as well. That's very scary. I have to see how we go about this. So perhaps we can hit a 3-mana spell that they try to cast here. Although this is a pretty bad start for us. So the commander faces Kakazana's coming down next turn. Again, it's a difficult matchup because, okay, there's the Cornucopia, which is not too bad. Gonna be able to regain some life, hopefully. But yeah, this might be game over here. So maybe they have a pump spell to exile some cards they can play. Yeah, okay, that's good. They are kind of telegraphing a burn spell, perhaps. Would love to find a fog. Cannot fire off this consult, so we only look 2 cards deep. Not really worth it. Emperor is okay, but yeah, I think this is not enough to make us survive this game. If they fire off a burn spell, I'm somewhat inclined to counter it. Okay, they don't. So let's see what they go for. 4 mana. Screaming Nemesis, that's a good hit here. Kind of love that we are able to counter this. They have instant speed direction, so perhaps another pump spell or burn spell here. A burst lightning, okay. So we do go down to 1 life. That's kind of scary. So basically there's nothing we can do here. So we could, nah, this is game. Or we could try to find a consult, but if they just hit 1 land, that's gonna be enough to, yeah, let's just try. Let's just try. So we find a fog, we can maybe get out of this, but yeah, there's the land. Okay, so let's concede here and just try to get lower to the ground. So Teferi is too slow. We need Day of Judgment and the March. Okay, normally we can keep that on the play. I think I'm gonna take it out on the draw perhaps. And then Beza's gonna be good. And yeah, perhaps even an Aetherize, I don't know. So Kiora is okay on the play. Discontinuity is way too slow. And yeah, what else do we take out here? Well, maybe it's even Kiora, I don't know. So let me think. Growth Spiral. Perhaps run it like that. Or no, I think we need the Cornucopia for the life gain, although they do have Screaming Nemesis. But it looks okay that way. I mean, Farewell is kind of slow, but yeah. Let's try like that. It's a difficult matchup, so we just need to get lucky, and that's about it. Okay. So, yeah, that's a good hand. Now start with the Temple Garden tapped, I think, and then Can play the Plains or Boseiju next turn, have up March and get lost. Sweet Spear, yeah. Okay, Kiora. It's also not too bad. Okay, so let's see what they go for. I'm gonna take the 1, yeah, sure. Okay, so what are they going for now? A Mage Bane Lizard. God, I think I'm a get lost that and or yeah, let's get lost it. I mean, it could be scary if they find a Screaming Nemesis. Okay, there's a fog, that's good. If they try to map the Swift Spear, we can march it. If they attack, I think I'm gonna take the hit. Okay. They do go for it, so now we march in response, I think. Yeah. And if we find one more land next turn, we can even play Kiora in the fog. Okay, they don't have a play, that's kind of amazing. So let's go for Boseiju here, and then we can go for Kiora. And -1. Even find a land, great. But unfortunately, not able to fog here, but that's fine. If they attack Kiora or use a burn spell on it, I'm kind of happy with that. Oh, they go for the map token, the Screaming Nemesis, so this gives us a window where we can maybe get rid of it, so let's see about that. Do they go? They go face, okay. Yeah, I think we just +1 on that, and then do we deluge here? I think so. Okay. Perhaps take the sweeper. They could try to activate the Nemesis, but difficult. Yeah, let's take the sweeper. Okay. Let's see what they go for. A Sunspine Lynx. Okay, that is scary, but there's nothing we can do now. So damage cannot be prevented. So this means that the Screaming Nemesis is gonna hit. They're not attacking. Oh my goodness, that's kind of a misplay. This is funny. So they were kind of assuming that they cannot damage us here, which is like not correct. So with a mistake by the opponent that is giving us the opportunity to come back in this game. So they could have just attacked with Screaming Nemesis because we were not able to prevent the damage from it. So we are down to 1 life. Yeah, okay, I think that's game anyway. So if they have one more burn spell, that's basically it. Yeah, they go for the Soulscar Mage. So, I mean, yeah, let's just farewell and then all creatures. Yeah. And I think we just have to draw here. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, let's go for it. There's the land. So we play that. And just fingers crossed. Oh no. Yeah, that's game. So they just top deck 3 of them. And that's gonna roast us. Alright, yeah, well, I mean, this is one of the worst matchups precisely because they have so much front-loaded burn, which we cannot, yeah, good match, which we cannot negate with the fogs, and then also they have this this line that players with damage can't be prevented. So this is just shutting down our game plan completely. And they gave us a chance by not attacking there with the Screaming Nemesis. But anyway, it was no way for us to get through here. So yeah, I mean, good game, but it kind of shows the limits of the deck. GG. We keep going with Bant Control, and that is an okay hand. Don't quite like it, but it's really, I really don't want to mulligan this. Got some direction here. Okay, so this might be Izzet Cutter. Let's see about that. Unfortunately, the Get Lost cannot hit Cutter. Might also be Phoenix. So let's see. Farewell is good to have against both matches or matchups. But we do lack some. Okay, Teferi. We do lack some cheaper plays here, which I don't like. But they seem to have a slow start, which is good. Okay. There's a Cutter. That is annoying. But we can take some beats for now. But we need to find something better here. Okay, Seachrome Coast. Well, that's not too great. Sort of hand. Yep. So we can get lost one token, depending on how hard they go here. Like the objective is just to survive until we can cast this Farewell. So they are not running counter spells, I don't think, in their first card. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get lost now to conserve some life total. And still up to 16 life, that is not too bad. But if they like find another cutter, this could be game. Okay, they don't. So play the Fountain. Next turn we could potentially Teferi. I wonder if they make, okay, I was wondering if they make a play, if we can cast Discontinuity to counter it. Okay, they do seem to have a Treasure Cruise now, but only 3 cards in the yard yet, so that is somewhat good. Okay, they go for the maps, which is a good sign when they use their mana that way. They do find a Prankster, which can really fuel the yard, get them to their Treasure Cruise here, but they only attack for 3, which is okay, so we might be able to get out of this alive next turn. And I wonder if we cast Teferi, if they go face or no. They might try to attack Teferi, which would be great. Okay, they don't have any counter spells. This is good. So let's draw and then untap. Okay, Kiora is also okay. And then we just untap our Triome and a dual land. And they might have some removal spells here, which they could try to cast. Into the flood, more interesting. Okay. Alright. I'm kind of happy with that. So this is one more damage they could have used on their turn. Okay. So kind of depends on how much damage they're dealing. Okay, they even find a Phoenix, so this is horrible. If we don't find an Underblend, we are going to be forced to shock in the Fountain or the Temple Garden. So they are attacking for 6 now. With the Phoenix, it's going to be 9. One more spell, then it's going to be 10, potentially 11 damage, bringing us down to 2 life, so we will not be able to shock in the land. So this is now presenting 11 damage, one more cantrip, and this is lethal. Yes, I think we were just too slow. Hand was too slow. We were not able to react in time. So yeah, this is 11 damage. One more cantrip and they are gonna kill us. They're not going for it. So they do have Lava Spike, which they could use to burn us. I'm not sure how many they're running, perhaps one or two. But if we don't find a tap land, we're gonna be dead anyway. Like an untapped land, yeah. So how do we do this? We could, I don't know. I mean, the only shot we have is casting Teferi, plusing, drawing a card, hoping this is a fog or it basically must be a fog. If it isn't, we are dead. So let's draw. It is. My goodness. Can't believe it. Okay. So enter tapped here, and then we are gonna untap these two. They aren't gonna calculate with us having a fog, I don't think. So let's see how they play this turn. Another Phoenix. Yeah, okay. So you get something, opponent? They don't. Okay. Fine. So now I kind of wonder. I think we're not really able to cast this farewell because they might have some hasters, some more core steel cutters they could use. So should probably use a discontinuity on their turn. A treasure cruise, okay. Hmm. Okay, so let's draw. And another discontinuity. This is good. So let's play the breeding pool tapped, and then we can go for the discontinuity. That is one. I'm gonna wait for them to attack or make a play here. A hole. That's not too good. We're currently not able to stop that. They go for Teferi, that's interesting. But if that is all they do, I'm not even sure if we play a spell. No, they attack, okay. I mean, this is fine. It's all good. Although I would like to keep this Teferi. So let's block and see if they make any plays here. So let's go for it. So they don't seem to have any counters, which is good. Okay, Lightning X. But I'm fine with that. So let's take our next turn. We could potentially ultimate. Oh no, we cannot. It takes 8 loyalty. So let's draw first. And a fog. Okay, this is good. So we can now cast Kiora and play a second land and then even untap 2 lands, keep up the fog. So starting to feel pretty comfortable now. Okay, Sanctum, which I think we are gonna play. I mean, we're not gonna be able to shock in the fountain anyway, but let's play correctly here. And then untap 2 lands. Otawara, okay. Yeah. But they're kind of wasting a lot of resources here to get rid of this Teferi, which I sort of like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's fog again. Now I wonder if we take up Kiora, could also just minus again. Yeah, I think we should probably do that. Or wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we untap 2 lands, we're gonna have Discontinuity up again. So let's do that. Okay, this is good. And I guess, yeah, we minus, I think. Just get down our lands here. So play that, and again the Sanctum, and then we can untap 2 lands. Okay. So you and you. And depending on how hard they commit here, we can, yeah, just Discontinuity. So this is fine, can cantrip a bit more. Now we do need to get into a state where we can fare well and then survive an attack of the whole of the Storm Giants. We could block it with our own, and they would need to tap out on their turn. So they are probably not going to be able to pay for the ward cost. Yeah, they go for Teferi again. They're kind of scared from the ultimate or from the card draw. Okay, and now we Discontinuity again. Alright. Growth Spiral. Okay. Another Farewell. Okay, so now if we cast this, we still have the hole up, I think. I hope. And then they are hopefully not able to get rid of our own hall. So let's pass the turn. Yeah. So if they take with the hall tap down, another cutter. Okay. This is dicey. A prankster. And another Phoenix. Okay. No, I think we will be able to get around this. So if we hit a removal spell, we are fine. If we don't, we are dead here. So let's just roll and see what we find. No, it's land. It's not sufficient. Well. That was unfortunate. So they just found the right line to kill us here. Okay, but let's try again. So farewell is good. And besides that, I think what else? So on the play, we're going to use the normalize. The list is pretty good against Phoenix, I think, the way it is. Could go on Kiora. To play some more sweepers, perhaps. Yeah, let's get down to Discontinuity. It's a bit too expensive. And play some more interaction. Day of Judgment. March. Okay. Run it like that, maybe. Don't even know if we want this Teferi. Yeah, let's keep it for now. Could try Beza instead. They might sideboard out their direction for creatures, so bringing in Beza could not be too bad. Yeah, let's bring in Beza for the Cornucopia. It's like the better life gain with a body and a card draw potentially. And so that way it looks kind of good to me. So let's try like that. Okay. Yeah, Phoenix is a very interesting matchup. I mean, I think we had a good chance in the first game. We were just unfortunate. They kind of played through our interaction and even had the hall, which was pretty annoying for us. Okay, so we go first here, and oh god, this is too slow, I think. No, cannot keep that. Yeah, that's better. So we get ship away the farewell, and run it like that. Yes, play that, and then Boseiju into the growth spiral. Kind of hate playing this as a land. Okay, there's the fountain, which is even better. I really want to keep this for the cutter. They are gonna play for sure. So the get lost cannot hit that. Do they go for it? Okay, they are maybe fearing a. Okay, they make a play now, perhaps. And understand. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I think I would just get losses now. Sanctum is good. You can grow spiral the beach and then Boseiju their cutter if they find one. Okay. All right. Okay, they don't have a spell pierce, which is good. Drawing a bit too many lands here. Don't like that. Need to find some gas now. Talent, okay. Do we even... No, I think we don't use Boseiju. Okay, another land. Flooding out here. wondering about Boseiju doing that, but we could do that if they level it up, which they might do. They don't seem to have many plays here. They could even hard cast a Phoenix here. Okay, they just pass the turn, normalize. As a good draw, I think, so they are still somewhat low on mana. We might get him here. Not to cutter. So let's make them discard first. And then we can counter that. Okay, they pass. Get lost is okay. They're going to be patient. So if they level up the talent, I think I will rather use the Get Lost because the Boseiju can also hit a cutter, which Get Lost cannot do. Okay, they are like a million map tokens. So they could run out, I don't know, a prankster and use them, but another land, okay. I mean, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, I think we just attack with all here. Don't have anything better to do. They cannot interact with it, so get them down to 11 life. Put some pressure on. They cannot pay for the ward, but they do seem to have some sort of interaction here. So they can take 1, 2 more hits. Maybe that's gonna make them a bit more passively here. They currently do not have a Phoenix in the yard, which is good. Yeah, they keep up mana to interact with the hall, so it's great we drew Beza here. Can also draw a card. Alright, Get Lost is a good find. A Brazen Borrower, okay. But I'm sort of happy with that. Do we just kill this right now? I think we... Oh no, we don't have white mana. That's unfortunate. Okay, we only had 2 white sources, which we used. This is pretty bad. Okay, well, what can you do? So they're gonna be able to pop 3 of these map tokens. Pretty unfortunate. Okay, but they just keep up the mana. Not use the map tokens. On the sleight of hand, okay. So they can cast a Treasure Cruise now if they have one. Okay, they don't. No more lies. So let's cast Beza again. Draw another card. Hope to find a white source. Consult, okay. Yeah, so let's just pass the turn and then consult. Oh god, another Reason Borrower. So fortunately they cannot cast that on the end of our turn, which is good. We do have the Verdict to clean the board. Do also have the Boseiju if they find a hole. Alright, alright. Was even tempted to cast a Consult while they are tapped out. Maybe I should have done that. But I'm waiting for them to make their plays here. Hey, there's the treasure cruise, yeah. That's good. Okay, they play the Steedman's Tap. They're not getting into range for the hole just yet. So play that. Okay, they're not countering it, which is good. So what do we get here? Let's get the untapped land and the Emperor, I guess. Could also get the Farewell, but I think we'd rather have the Emperor now to, well, actually, no, let's get the Farewell, just in case they find another cutter or something. And we in Teferi, that's cool. So do we just run this out? We can. So we have how much? 7 cards in hand. So yeah, I think we run this out now. Let's draw here. And if they try to flash in the Burrow, we counter it with the Normalize. Untap 2 lands here. Okay, so this looks pretty good, pretty under control. Let's see. Into the flop more. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I think we get lost the Burrow now. Just so we don't have to discard. Okay. Yep, we counter that. They cannot spare pierce it? Okay, good. So far, so good. So we have Boseiju up still if they find a cutter. They have like a lot of map tokens. But we do have a Farewell in store for them, depending on what they do here. 8 talents, okay. And the Prankster, yep. Okay, so they don't find a Phoenix just yet. I'm still feeling pretty good about this game. So they used a lot of mana and didn't really achieve much. Teferi is gonna come down again. They are now in range of the hole. So let's see what they do here, but there's a Prankster, okay. Growth Spiral. So how do we go about this? Let's start with the ferry, I guess. And then we draw. Okay, Deluge. Now I think we play this Boseiju here. And yeah. Okay. Untap 2 lands. There's the cutter. This is a bit scary, but we do have farewell. And they are incentivized to play another spell, so they are like playing out their cards, they're tapping down. So they will probably have limited options to counter our farewell here. And I guess they will try to attack the Teferi. They kind of tried to do that very aggressively last game. Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay. And then we can Deluge, perhaps wipe the board. If they go for the level up, okay, they might have a Negate. So we should find another counter, perhaps. To get through this farewell. There's the Normalize, that's amazing. And apart from that, I guess we take the land. The other cards would be great as well, but we have like a pretty full hand as well already. So let's go for the Process Core Spiral, get down the Sanctum. Okay. So far so good. So let's start by drawing with Teferi. Oh, the Emperor is also amazing. So let's play this farewell. And then it's kind of sad that we hit our own Deluge, but I think we have to get rid of the yard. So let's start that way. Artifacts, creatures, enchantments, and graveyards. They were burning a lot of time. Brisbane, okay. Man, I think we just even countered that, so it's actually a good opportunity. So this is really hosing them horribly. They can try to find something else here with the talent, but board is going to be completely clean here. Yeah. And now we just pass the turn, untap. 2 lands, have the Emperor up as well. So I hope this game is under control. But I thought so already last game, so they found a way to kill us here. They also still need to be aware of the lethal attack by the Hall of the Storm Giants. Prankster. Yeah, I think they're not really taking into account that they need to block this this Hall of the Storm Giants. So Spare Pierce, okay. Oh, we can. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have. Okay. I untapped my lands in the wrong way, so I'm not able to cast this Emperor. Just realizing that. So let's go for the Deluge. I guess they are spell piercing that, and then we can just. Okay, they are not spell piercing that, in fact. So let's get Farewell and Teferi. guess this should be game. I don't see how they get rid of this Hall of the Storm Giants. So let's just go face with that. Okay. An oversight on their part. So pretty good. Now it's going to be a very difficult game. 3. So I think we just run it like that. Yeah. It looks good to me. Let's try it. And they did also burn a lot of time, so we should check how much time they have left. Maybe we can get them on time, but should perhaps be like 9 minutes that they have left. So they're going to be on the plate. It's going to be really difficult now when they start playing the tempo game with their cutters and the spell piercers they have. So need to be a bit lucky here, I think, to win this. All right. So let's see what we get. This is all right, I think. Yeah. Can spiral and then deluge or consult. They start with a cantrip. So let's hope that they don't find a cutter right away. Although if they do, we can spiral and get up to 4 lands pretty quickly. Okay, they play this tapped. So this is amazing. Kind of love that. Giving us a lot of time. So this is like super crucial when they have a slow start. That is how you win these games with control. And perhaps they should have mulliganed a bit more aggressively. They seem to look for a land here. Yeah, even okay, they don't find a land. Wow, that's huge. So they might spell pierce that, but I would be happy with that. Yeah, that's great. So if they spend a spell pierce, they don't have many of these. If they spend a spell pierce on a growth spiral, that's just all they want. It's great. So it's not going down for a Emperor or for Teferi or whatever. So this is pretty good. Gonna try the next one. They are not biting now. Okay. Yeah, so we can play 2 of these, which I think is what we're gonna do here. Okay, yeah, let's play another one. And the Sanctum. Okay. So this is all just amazing stuff. Yeah, can cast the Emperor on their turn. They cannot even spell pierce it. They would need a farewell. But I think I'm gonna start with it. They need to discard, so let's wait for them to discard. And okay, there's a Phoenix. That is a bit unfortunate. But if they have a big turn, we can just exile that with the Emperor. They have 9 minutes left now. Okay, they go for it. It was kind of silly of me to pass the turn and really misclick that. Okay, so let's go for the Deluge now. Farewell and a land it is, I guess. Yeah, we have enough card draw in hand. Then you discard again. Oh, they even discarded Treasure Cruise, my goodness. So, yeah, I think we just pass. We are in a pretty comfortable position here. And they just scoop. Their hand must have been horrible, yeah. So, wow. That was great. So I think they made a mistake with the mulligan they made. So also a bit unlucky that they didn't find their land drops with the cantrips, of course. But yeah, we were in an amazing position. We could have just run out the Emperor, Deluge, Consult, whatever, had it farewell. So I think this game was over anyway. Great. So I expected game three to be a bit more difficult than that, but the luck was on our side. And you kind of need that sometimes when you are playing control on the draw. So very happy about how this deck has performed today. And great games. GG.